Welcome to this edition of Connections. I'm Christy Naus with the Community Foundation, and as you know, I love to take you around Des Moines to learn more about our great nonprofit sector, as we like to call them, for impact sector, and talk about impact. We are actually here today with Rachel Gulick, with the Executive Director of Girls Rock Des Moines, and you certainly know about impact in the work that you do with youth in our community. Girls Rock Des Moines has been serving our community for over 10 years now. You've been here through that entire tenure. Tell us more about the organization, how you got started, and a little bit about your mission.
Sure. So Girls Rock was initially founded to build representation of cis girls on Iowa's stages because we recognize a lack of voices within the community and representation. And so when Ray Faring founded the organization in 2013, she got a hold of me and was like, "Would you like to teach keys?" And I said, "Yes." "When do I start?" "Monday." "Great, here we go."
Yeah.
And it's been an incredible, life-altering journey ever since. We teach youth how to rock, record, and run the show. What we have found through that process is that young people are incredible agents for change. And when they're in charge of manifesting that change and facilitating these spaces, I mean, it's exactly what they need when they need it. So the Run It portion of Girls Rock really has emerged out of a desire to teach young people how to continue within the arts ecosystem, to sound their path and start a business or learn how to produce the show, because we need to be able to, as a community, facilitate these spaces and start changing the landscape of.
You already, I think, are changing the landscape of Des Moines, certainly. You know, this is actually Women's History Month, and so we want to elevate organizations that are really lifting up voices in our community. You're doing that, not just lifting up voices, but creative talent. And as I listen to you, really building community as well. Talk us through some real life examples of what this looks like. Like, how do people find you? How do they get engaged? And then what's a day or a camp look like?
Our flagship program was a 2-week summer camp called Rock Camp. And what young people do throughout those 2 weeks is they form a band, learn an instrument, learn a cover that we curate.
Okay.
They write an original song, design their own band logo, which we print on a t-shirt.
That's fun. Yeah.
Design a zine, which is a mini magazine, and then perform and record their original song.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. So some of these young people have never touched an instrument, but through the course of camp, they get an instrument lesson every single day. They are able to collaboratively write these songs with support of an incredible team of people. In those 2 weeks, the metamorphosis we see in young people is, one example, we had a young person come in on day one and not be able to share their name in the large group, right? They didn't feel comfortable enough doing that. By the end of camp, they were on stage at Woolies, in the limelight, maybe a ball cap, but they're singing their song and playing bass.
Yeah.
And the stories that we've told or been told by parents and guardians is that, my kid is totally exhausted after day one because they have not found a space where they didn't feel as though they belonged. Yeah. So they wanted to be everywhere all at once.
Rachel, I think you grew up in Des Moines. Is that correct?
Generational
You were
Des Moines.
invited to volunteer for this organization. Now you're the executive director. I mean, how cool is that? What advice would you give to people who are just starting to get engaged in the community and then look at the trajectory that you've had?
Well, I think your voice is one of the most important things you can bring to your community, to the conversation, your perspective. As an individual, mentorship, I think, is such a crucial thing. What we've seen within this organization is that it's really the mentors that help hold community, right? Right now is the time, more so than ever, to support organizations and nonprofits specifically geared towards arts and culture, because we have such an incredible economic impact.
Yeah, you do.
And more importantly, we are creating the spaces where people want to live and thrive.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that you are here for those that you serve, and you're making such a difference in their lives and bringing them together and helping their voices be heard in ways that they're very comfortable sharing. Thank you for all you do. And thank you for joining us today. You can learn more at girlsrockdsm.org.